Sorry for that. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our session for this noon. So while waiting for you to come in, I will start since I only have limited time for this session, and in house there is another session this afternoon at around 4 to 5 p.m. So to start with our next lesson, which is on papaya production. So scientifically, papaya is Carica papaya, originated from tropical America. And it is also one of the most important fruit crops because of its great economic potential. And actually, we have three types of sex types of flowers. We have female, male, and hermaphrodite. So these are dioecious plants, which means that the male plants are separate from male plants, no? And we also have hermaphrodite, which means that they are both male and female. So the white male and female flowers are normally found in separate plants. That's why it's called dioecious. And the male papaya trees, usually malalaman mo sila na lalaki sila because they produce long, pendulous, and many flowered inflorescence throughout the year. But occasionally bear flowers which are capable of producing fruits if fertilized, no? Normally, yung mga female flowers naman, they produces rounded fruits that bear 5 distinct scars arranged in circular fashion at the base of the fruit. And the hermaphrodite flowers, sometimes referred as bisexual flowers, contain both the essential organs of the female and male flowers. So most of the hermaphrodite flowers are unstable under field conditions. So they are being easily affected by the changes of the environment's condition. So good noon, Sherwin. I just have started on papaya production. So anyway, this session is recorded, kaya some of you can actually just go back to the posted videos later, no? So to continue with, we've been talking about the 3 types of sex of papaya plants. So again, they are dioecious, which means na separate ang male na plant sa female na plant. No? Muna natin ginatawag na babae nga kapayas o lalaki nga kapayas. And we also have hermaphrodite, which means they are both male and female. No? So again, most of the hermaphrodite flowers are unstable under field conditions. So being affected by the changes ng environment, they are highly seasonal, but some produce fruits throughout the year. And there are several variants which only have 2 stamen, while the others have 10 stamen. And they have fruit produced by hermaphrodites are elongated usually. So ano mga elongated na types of papaya. So we all know that papaya is a very rich and healthy, rich in vitamin A, C, iron, calcium, protein, carbohydrate, and phosphorus. And this has a lot of uses, no, in food preparation industry, like the papain. Ginagamit natin yung papain for meat tenderizer, no, medicinal uses. So this unripe papaya has, again, the papain from the latex, is as meat tenderizer, beer processing, softening of woolens, and manufacture ng toothpaste, and the main ingredient din sa cigarette. And main ingredient in whitening products. That's why we have papaya soap, papaya lotion, kasi nakakaputi siya dahil sa kaniyang papain. And the leaves, when properly flavored, can also be made into cigarette, no? So the ripe fruit are eaten. Of course, it's our favorite and it's very good for breakfast kasi nga nakakapagbawas siya. And it's also a aphrodisiac, which means it can enhance your sexual vigor. So in calendar year 2011, ang Philippines had a total area of 8,000 plus hectares planted with papaya for a total volume of 157,000 more metric tons. So yung mga top producers natin ay ang Sargent, ang South Cotabato, so nandito sa Mindanao. So ano ang ating mga varieties? We have Solo, Cavite Special, Sinta, and Red Lady. So Solo, ito yung high quality selection reddish orange flesh, and about half, maliliit yan sila no, half kilogram lang. So check ko lang ulit attendance natin ha. Okay, again, we have Cavite Special, which is it's very popular nga semi-dwarf. Makikita niyo mamaya sa video. And it has a very large oblong na hanggang 5 kilograms na papaya. And its flesh is yellow, orange, and sweet when ripe. So you meron tayong Sinta, which is early maturing, bears only 70 to 50 fruits per tree and weighs up to 2 kilograms. And it has firmer flesh and sweet also. So Red Lady Papaya is an F1 hybrid. So ito din ay tolerant to papaya ring spot virus. And they already bear fruits at 80 centimeter height and have 30 fruits per plant. And fruits are oblong on female plants rather than long-shaped bisexual plants, weighing up to 2 kilogram din. So ano ba dapat gawin natin as cultural practice in order to alagaan ang papaya? So mamaya makita niyo rin sa video how to do it. But for here, for the soil and climatic requirements, it's best talaga under the sun, no? Light, well-drained soils rich in organic matter. Clay soils which lack good aeration are not good, no? Kailangan siya talaga medyo loamy, no? And the soil must have a supply of available nutrients and can tolerate pH from 5 to 7 or have 6 to 6.5. And it should be warm and it has a lot of rainfall. And the daily temperature, moisture, and relative humidity are tolerated, and the cool weather reduces growth and yield, and a minimum rainfall of to 1,200 millimeter. So distributed throughout the year. So paano ba tayo mag-reproduce ng papaya? So again, check ko lang ulit ang ating attendance before we proceed. So paano tayo? Of course, it's reproduced through seeds, no? Kasi it has a lot of seeds. Kaya lang, very prominent sa papaya. As I told you, meron kasi tayong lalaki at babae na papaya. So how do we do that? So in the seeds can be, propagation is seeds, no? As I have said, and sown in the flat soil seed bed and allowed to germinate in shade, and then sterilize para ma-avoid yung dumping off. So usually 3 to 4 weeks or 1 month yung mag-take yung germination. So kapag may 3 true leaves na siya, i-transfer mo sa container polyethylene bags or sown directly. Saan mo siya itanim, sa container ba, or and so as soon as aabot siya ng 20 centimeter tall, i-transplant na sa field. So of course, land preparation, you have to clean, kill the weeds, and plow and harrow. So for the layout naman, usually ang space niya ay nasa 4 by 5 meters, no? And the soil must be prepared well para walang weeds, para for fertilizer application, pest and disease control, and so on. So planting and transplanting, usually 3 to 5 seeds ang tinatanim sa field. And then if germination is high, so 50% of them will germinate na. And then about 20 centimeter high na yung seedling, pwede na silang i-water regularly and remove other seedlings from nursery beds after transplanting, avoiding root injuries. So after that, pag may nabuhay, kailangan din natin mag-thinning, no? As part of the cultural practice. Why? Of course, kasi it cannot tolerate, as I have said, it needs full sunlight, so it cannot tolerate na shading, no? So, kailangan mo siya i-thinning para ma-maximize din yung ating nutrients, no? So, allow male plant to grow for 15 to 20 female trees for pollination process. So, ito yung actually dahil male or female siya, depende, or hermaphrodite. So, swerte kapag hermaphrodite yung variety mo, but if not, you have to maintain talaga. You will only leave 3 strongest seedlings per hole, and you have to save plants for enough space and allow minimum completion for sunlight and nutrients. So another thinning will be done pag may flower na, no? This is usually 4 to 6 months after seed germination. So kailangan mo talaga, hindi mo talaga malalaman agad na lalaki ba siya o babae. No, at this stage, you will only leave 1 tree seedling per planting hole in plantation where female trees are grown lang, and some pollinating trees, either male or hermaphrodite form, should be preserved during the thinning process. So after 5 to 6 months na naman, no, like itanim mo na siya na sa field, and then first thinning nimo is mag-leave ka ng 3 strongest seedlings. Second thinning nimo after 46 months para piliin nimo ang male, which are you need to have 1 male sa 15 to 20 na female trees, no, para may bunga, kasi alam naman natin na ang male hindi siya magbumunga, only the female plants or papaya. So for the fertilization, farmers should have their soil, of course, analyze para malaman natin ang exact na nutrient and pH requirement. So, but usually, generally, pwede kang ma-apply ng 50 grams diammonium phosphate at the bottom sa hole, before transplanting or during. And 1 month after then, mag-apply ka ng 55 kg ammonium sulfate, 23 kg muriate of potash, around na sa seedlings. And after 2 months after transplanting, apply ka na naman ng 83 grams ammonium sulfate and 34 muriate of potash. Then third month na naman, 138 grams ammonium sulfate, 56 gram MOP. So wala na application sa 5th month, and on the 6th month, mag-apply ka ng 165 grams ammonium sulfate and 68 grams muriate of potash. So 3 months after na, apply ka na naman ng 165 grams ammonium nitrogen and 213 grams potassium. Quarterly intervals na siya. So mag-apply ka din ng boron, 5 grams per hill quarterly para sa kasi sensitive ang papaya sa boron deficiency. Kasi due to acidic soil or leaching. So mag-apply ka din ng zinc sulfate, 15 grams per hill, 7 months after planting, and repeat application for a month thereafter. So ganon. And water management or irrigation is also very important, especially during early stages of growth and periods of prolonged drought. No? This can cause retardation ng growth, flower abortion, and dropping ng young fruits kung hindi or konti lang ang tubig natin. And for 3-month-old flowering tree, very necessary to water the plants at least 8 hours each week. And if the fruits are mature, water should be kept minimum to hasten fruit maturity. Alam naman natin na ang papaya is made up also of more than 50% water. So you can also do mulching para like rice hulls, straw, dried banana leaves, sugarcane, and so on para to conserve moisture and prevent weed growth, no? Or kailangan din natin ng canals, no, para mag-drain kung heavy rains na naman na. So, for weed control, we also have to control the weed using hand weeding, slashing, and so on mo para makontrol din ang weeds and so on. Pwede tayong gumamit ng herbicide. So, before we proceed with the important insect pests and diseases, enumerate na lang man natin yan. Although, last na pala ito, so tapusin na lang natin before we do the presentation. So, enumerate lang natin ito. These are the important insect pests and diseases of papaya. We have mites, we have scale insects, fruit fly. Alam niyo naman yan, no? Nandyan yung kanyang damage at ano ang kanyang causes, the aphids. And for diseases, we have dumping off and bacterial rot, papaya ring spot. It's a virus, so kailangan talaga siyang control ay crop rotation, eradication, and field sanitation, or use tolerant varieties like Sinta, kasi ang Sinta ay tolerant siya, or what you call that, resistant siya sa papaya ring spot. And we also have Phytophthora rat, brown spot, and yeah. So all of these diseases can be controlled kapag fungal using fungicides. Pag insects naman, of course, insecticides. So, after that, pwede na tayong mag-harvest on the 7th or 8th month after planting. So, after 6 months, sa ika-7th month, ayun, if the fruits have tinge of yellow at the apical end, pwede na siyang i-harvest. Kasi, climacteric naman ang papaya. So, i-harvest mo lang siya ng matured na. So, magde-develop pa yung color at saka kanyang taste, no? So, you place harvested fruit in picking bags or galvanized containers or pails and allow fruits to mature more fully to develop better flavor and will shorten shelf life and also make them susceptible to fruit fly. And as the tree grows older, harvesting with the use of ladder can be done, and papaya plant will keep on fruiting actually many years, but production will decline eventually, and so all trees grow slower and produce lesser fruit. So the productive lifespan of papaya is about 3.5 years lang. So it should be, if well managed, the yield would range from 35 to 40 tons per hectare, and 4 times average yield, no, if tons per hectare per year. So what are the different post-harvest handling for papaya? So we have field sorting, washing, curing, packing, and for the cost and return analysis, it's not in here, but actually, naka-Excel format in this link. So, of course, when you say field sorting, yung mga hindi na umabot ng quality na sizes, so kailangan siyang ihiwalay, no? And kailangan nating hugasan, of course, at lagyan ng tawas or alum 10% para madilatex. And so on, and sometimes insecticide or hot water treatment, and then i-cure mo, which is air drying for 12 to 16 hours para ma-remove yung excess na mga moisture and prevent yung latex. Then so i-cure mo muna bago mag-packing. So pag packing na siya, papayas are very sensitive, so they must be carefully packed, wrapped with newspaper, and in a manner na yung stem end niya towards the apex, no, pinababa, no, for domestic markets. And they are placed in pack stem and down in newspaper lined wooden crate in a carton box. Yun. So do you have any questions or clarification regarding papaya production before we proceed with the video presentation? And hopefully by next meeting, we're going to on Thursday, we're also going to finish with the lesson 3. Lesson 3 maninang papaya, and 4 is which is pineapple, no? So this is just parang highlight.
The Dole pawpaw, available in New Zealand, is grown on the island of Mindanao in the Philippines. The pawpaw plant may look like a tree, but like the banana, the pawpaw is in fact a herb. It will grow up to 6 to 9 meters in height and can have a hollow green or deep purple stem that can be up to 40 centimeters thick at the base. Depending on growing conditions, the plants will take between 6 and 11 months to mature. Each plant may ripen 2 to 4 fruits per week over the fruiting season and can produce an average of 34 kilograms of fruit per plant per year. When harvesting, the pickers take special care not to bruise the fruit and cover each pawpaw with a shock protective coat. They use a specially designed picking device to carefully pick the ready fruit off the stem. It is believed that originally pawpaw was native to tropical America. The Spaniards carried seeds to the Philippines around 1550. Today, pawpaw can be found growing in most tropical regions of the world. Christopher Columbus reputedly described pawpaw as fruit of the angels because of its delicious sweet taste and silky texture. Pawpaws need plenty of sun and rainfall and must have good drainage. They therefore thrive in the tropical island's hot, moist climate with its well-drained soils, where the fruit develops its superior flavour and delicious taste. Pawpaw is a superfood. Every serve of pawpaw contains antioxidant vitamins A, E and C and is a good source of fibre. Vitamin A is particularly important for the development of healthy skin. It helps maintain the healthy protective layer of tissue that fights infection by preventing the invasion of bacteria and viruses. On arrival at the packing sheds, the pawpaw are washed, wrapped, labelled and carefully packed into cartons ready for transporting in refrigerated trucks to the port at Davao, where they are placed in the cool store. From the cool store, the pawpaw is loaded onto the Dole reefer ships and transported to their various markets.
Okay, so that's in the case of Dole, no? It's just a very short story. So we also have another success papaya farming for Red Lady Papaya, and also mga cultivation technology for the harvesting and papaya harvesting and farming. So medyo mahaba ito. Hopefully we could finish, no? But wait lang. 12 minutes din ito. Mahaba siya. So actually you can check this one kasi this is Philippine setting. So but I'll choose this one for our session. Ulitin lang natin sandali. Ano yun? Ulitin ko lang ha kasi ano. I guess that's all for papaya production, no? So you can watch this one later since although we still have about mga 9 minutes, no? But that is just for additional knowledge na lang. So do you have any question or clarification on papaya production? Anyone? Any questions or clarification? Okay, so one thing, if wala kayong masyadong tanong, no, but one thing that I want you to bear in mind when in terms of papaya production is that we don't know yet, no, the right technology on how to know. But eto lahat ay depende, no, it's not still based on standard procedure or scientific evidence. But they say mas maganda yung mga yung quality ng seeds if nasa gitna siya ng fruit, no? But who knows, no? Anyway, you can just choose any, and then pag tubo niya, you always remember na for every one male na male na papaya, kailangan niya ng about 5 to 10 female para mag-fertilize and pollinate. And for you to know that is magtithining ka as hanggang malalaman mo in the 6th month ang flowers, kasi sa flower lang natin malalaman if lalaki ba or babae yung papaya. So pagyat ang kanyang flower, so meaning lalaki sila. So I guess that would be all. Thank you very much for joining in this session. Sorry, because I have to prepare for my next I will be having a paper evaluation. So medyo nagmamadali ko. So if you have questions or further clarification, you just chat me in our group chat, no? So one last more na may tanong kayo or concern. By the way, please be reminded, parang 27 na yung deadline ng ating pre-final na module, no? Although hindi pa tayo tapos, we are still on lesson 2. So on Thursday, we will have our lesson 3. And by next week, before my Christmas, hopefully, we will be having our lesson 4, the last lesson in our pre-final. Hopefully, makaabot tayo sa deadline. So that would be all. Thank you very much and see you on Thursday, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, Ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, Ma'am.